Mm-hmm.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Disc Golf Examiner. Today we're covering the 2021 FlexStart Friendzy out at 2 Mile Run Extension out in Brighton Township. I'm your host Brian Keegan. Joining me today, co-tournament director and featured on the card, Regis Stump. Regis, how's it going?
Oh, it's great, Brian. Let's watch some more disc golf.
Yes, and I do want to say a very special thank you to everyone who sponsored our coverage. That was mainly Brighton Township, but really the sponsors that put this event together and helped sponsor it were Grip It Rip It Disc Golf, Innova Disc Golf, Flightowel, and Grow It Disc Golf. Thank you all for your sponsorships. And we have a close one here. We're trying to beat 7 under. We already know from previous round that 7 under is the score to beat. We have 9 more holes. Let's see what we can do as we start on the white tees, shooting to the yellow baskets. So hole 1 is a par 4, and it is 398 feet. Of course, this will be hole 10 of the tournament because this is a 9-hole course.
That's right. Now here we're going to longer tees, so things are going to get a lot tighter and a lot more crazy.
Cody, a little right on that one, and he's not going to enjoy being in that position.
Left side, you do not want to be over there.
And Regis, wow. Josh piping one up the center. That is the shot.
Gosh, yeah. Great shot, dude.
Great.
There is
long
the shot.
Skip. Yes.
That was a bomb.
That's pin high.
That was... Wow. Libby.
Yeah, he's going to be a little bit short there. Cody trying to find a sneaky line.
Bring here. What do we got?
Oh. And that's a good roll.
And he found that.
I don't see any movement.
He found it beautiful.
Yeah, he's circle 2, but Cody's going to go for it.
That was beautiful out. We're skying one.
Wow. There you go.
There it is. I can't see it.
That's
well, Brian, that's how you get up and down from there.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can get the birdie again.
Probably 45 feet for that putt. As Libby, he's going to catch a tree. That's the danger of this hill. You can get huge rollaways, and this basket is not, on the best part of the hill for as far as flatness goes. Josh pitching up, just trying to get there, and oh no, this is what I was talking about. Okay, all right. Well, at least he wasn't
too bad. Yeah. He wasn't too bad there.
We've seen him make longer.
This is very, very treacherous green going on here.
Libby pitching up, and he'll have to settle for par there.
These players are going to have to decide once they get close enough whether or not they're going to risk or reward it. Risk and reward if they're going to go for it or if they're going to lay up.
Cody for his birdie, just hitting the bottom of the basket. No!
And there it is, Brian.
That is not cool.
That's that rollaway you were talking about.
Yeah. And he's going to give that a good bit up there. Luckily, it didn't catch the basket and roll back down or anything like that. But that's definitely a huge challenge on this hole, just getting that putter to stick. So close, Regis, yet so far away.
Mm-hmm.
Uphill 45.
A little high. They're just not falling right today. We'll see what Josh has here. He's got a challenging putt here.
Yeah, I don't envy that.
He's not out of the woods here.
Oh no, top of the band.
Uh-oh.
And
Sit. Uh-oh.
Boy, there's no stopping the rollaways. He's got an even further putt now. He's outside the circle. You can see the orange line is actually the circle line. And banging that putt for his par. Great save.
That was a good save. He needed that.
Yeah, we got to take a second
Let's
look
at that again.
As he gives that a great jump putt.
Ooh.
And he hit
little
that
chin
exactly.
Music from the van, huh?
Yeah, he hit that exactly where you wanted to hit that. You got to go a little higher if you're going to go putt uphill like that.
Good putt, Josh. Good save. That ought to motivate him.
Yeah. He's got to get that 7 down to tie, 8 down to win it.
He's 2 strokes out from tying it. I mean, he's right there, and we got 8 more holes to go, Brian.
Absolutely. Of course, that's 7 under shot by Mike Rickard the previous day. As we move on to hole 2, it is a par 3. It is 272 feet. Once again, it's hole 11 for the tournament, but hole 2 on the band. You want to make it through this gap, and the basket is on the left-hand side up here. Let's see Regis beautifully throw that one. Yes. Oh, wow, that was a good run.
Little ace running, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was going for the ace run, but
between you and me and everybody at home, that was it.
That was a great shot by Josh.
It's a 75% pump for sure.
Oh no.
Libby. Oh, Libby.
That is one of the worst positions you can be in off this hole, unfortunately.
He is going to be in some trouble.
Cody playing that line perfect. Oh,
almost
tree.
Perfect. Almost.
Yeah, that was played very nicely. Unfortunately, that tree catching that last one.
What do we got, Lib?
Libby going high, catching some vines, and he's going to have another group of trees to throw through.
Ooh.
Just not what it's not ideal. Definitely not. He's going to find a little gap here through those vines to pitch out. And he's going to have to set up for a bogey.
Pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody from probably 70 feet here.
This is going to be a huge putt if he makes this.
Oh, he had the right height for it. Just a little right.
I had the sun in my eyes really bad here, but I didn't want to put the shades down because I was a little blocked by that tree. I just missed.
Cody for his par. Oh, no.
Oh, what's this basket doing to everyone?
I know, right? Come on, Josh, for his bird. And a beautiful birdie.
Josh saved the card.
Libby grabbing a bogey that time. Cody as well. As we move on to hole 12 of the tournament, which is a par 4. It is 474 feet. This plays out past these trees. through the woods here, and it'll actually be further back in the woods than what we're looking at here. So it's definitely a newer position, and adds a ton more difficulty, in my opinion, through all these trees.
Yes, we placed that C-pin about 70 foot behind and to the left of where that current photo was of that pin position. And the reason for that was, and we moved the T-pad back last year. I know you went over that.
And that's a great roller by you. It's going a little right, though.
Yeah.
You're okay. That's a good position.
But we felt that this hole needed to be a true par 4, and we believe that we accomplished that by doing moving the tee back and moving the pin back.
Yeah, something I didn't mention was that you're actually one of the people who helped maintain the course. They actually gave you your own shed there to help you maintain the course. So congrats on that.
Yeah, Libby.
And Libby's
Thank you, and
shot.
look at this by Libby.
Oh no,
it's curling back. Here it comes.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Libby with the smash roller. But yes, Brian, we'll touch on that here in a second.
Cody, that is a beautiful shot by him. Riding out. Yes.
We'll see it. We'll see if I can get through this gap here. It's really tight through here. I guess got it up just too much.
And Josh finding a sneaky route back there. Oh, he almost threw it in on the red tee.
Black aced or black thrown. Yeah.
Cody has an interesting approach here, going for a roller and finding the sneakiest gap.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this.
Wow.
I think it stopped.
Rolled past the red, almost hit the red pin, and then almost hit the yellow pin at the same time.
He found that route, and it worked out. Oh, and Libby is going to kick left. He's going to have some trees in his way. But, I mean, that could be said to about everybody at this point.
Oh, there is just... You really gotta commit to your shots here. As stated, it's a skill building course, and definitely what it does.
That's a good upshot by you.
Yeah, not bad.
Josh for his birdie. Oh!
Ooh. He wanted that. I know he wanted that.
Am I good?
Libby is finding his footing. Had a really strange lie there. And he's got all these trees in his way. I honestly have no idea about this. How he could even... What?
Oh my goodness. We got to see that again.
How? How did he...
Are you...
Oh my gosh.
No replay. Oh.
No, you couldn't see it from
that
the
was
other
crazy.
angle.
That was crazy.
And Cody with a beautiful birdie. Let's take a look at that at least.
Okay.
Wow.
Look at that, right on the stripe.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, Regis.
I'll be you.
This is becoming putt mania here.
Seriously. All right, that's stuck. Good.
Well, that's what we like to see, Brian. The putters are hot. Putters are hot.
Especially on this back nine, you're going to need them. As we move on to hole 13, it's a par 5. It is 736 feet, and it plays down through these woods. You're actually going to see it on the left-hand side, right, Regis?
Yes, it's going to be on the left.
There.
Yes, it's actually up on the left-hand side position.
It's a higher part of the hill, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And getting through these initial trees are really challenging, right?
Yes, hitting the initial gap and then getting enough carry to carry the field enough to set yourself up for the second shot through the woods there.
Anybody see it?
It just went straight left.
Libby's going to end up in the left-hand side there, and he's going to have a tough time finding a gap out. Cody
punching through.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, coming for the camera guy.
I think that's far enough left.
He got it.
Made him turn around.
Yeah, made him turn around. When you can make the catch cam guy turn around, that's a great shot.
You're doing your job.
That's right.
Nice, Gibby.
And Josh, Gibby.
Here we
Huge.
go.
Well,
Yeah, wow.
I think that one almost.
Everybody's cutting and biting it off here.
That one may be dying a little bit early, but
A little bit.
you're there. You're fine.
I made it to him.
Yeah. And Libby looks like he's trying to find some type of gap out of here. All these vines and ivy in front of them.
We should have had like a thumber roller count or a tomahawk roll, some type of thumber tomahawk count for Libby. This is not what he wants though.
No, he is on the other side of the fairway. He was really hoping for that to be a roller down the hill to the trees. But this second shot here
Well, that's how you hit that gap.
is exactly how you want to play that. Wow.
That was
That was everything that he was hoping for out of that last shot.
and I was just happy just to hit the gap there and get down for a look.
Cody's trying to get sneaky here. It's definitely strange.
He's going to have to get sneaky. Is he going to get sneaky?
That'll do.
Ooh. Okay, everyone's making a gap here. That's good. Looks like everyone's down on this lower bowl, getting ready for their approach shots.
Libby getting sneaky. Yeah, he's still going to be a ways from the basket. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Josh for his upshot. Full flight.
Yes.
Wow. That is
Nice.
an amazing
Stick.
upshot. Yeah. And down there.
Okay.
There we go. Right next to the basket.
All right.
I feel so uncomfortable right now. Inside that.
Cody sneaking up there. He should have a putt. He's going to be out just outside the circle, I believe, though.
Mm-hmm. Scrambling.
Oh,
Scrambling. Here we
Libby.
go. Look at this.
Another big putt
Putt.
to save par. Here we have Cody. Oh, a little low. Bad roll away. Jeez. Oh,
That's got to be heartbreaking.
yeah. There it is.
He's got to come back, though. You could tell Cody's fighting hard to try to come back.
And Josh is going to grab that birdie.
And look at
Wow.
this. He is
Now-
tied for the lead.
Yes.
He is tied for the lead. And I saw him checking his phone before he stared this putt down. He knew what he was putting at.
So things have become interesting.
Yes, they have.
Can Josh go one more stroke down and take the lead from the tournament? As we move on to hole 5, it's a par 3. It's 404 feet. Plays on the right-hand side of this hill. And like I said, challenging.
And at this point, Josh has to be thinking, okay, all I got to do is grab one more stroke. But is he going to continue to press? Yes, he is. Look at...
No.
2 kicks. 2 kicks.
2 kicks.
We're going to see
Wow.
how aggressive he gets.
And yes, Regis, that looks like a beautiful... Oh, my gosh.
Mm.
Right? It looked beautiful, Regis. It looked beautiful. It's just
Yeah,
one tree.
Yeah. It's just that one tree everyone just can't beat. Mm.
And
Libby's going to do... Libby's going to put it on a
Holy cow.
rope.
Oh, sad.
What?
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, that is further than it looks. I will tell you that. But that was a fantastic drive.
I would say he definitely hit that line perfect the way he
And
wanted it.
Cody,
Look at
too.
that.
Mm,
Ooh.
boy, that tree.
Hmm.
It's always one tree.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a good upshot for you.
Good up. Settle.
Good
Now
roll.
we're getting a little
Settle.
rollback.
There
There
we
we
go.
go. Yeah. Beautiful. Josh just needs to get this there. And oh no, it's a little high. Oh boy.
Hmm.
That is not where you want to be for your par putt. That is for sure.
He's going to have a tester.
Cody,
Yeah,
beautiful
Cody.
upshot. Just stop. Yeah, there you go. And Josh has a tree to contend with. He's uphill, just outside the circle.
Yeah.
And
There it
not a
is.
problem. That was a beautiful putt for his par.
Good save. Good save. Libby. Ooh.
Man.
Hmm. And you know, at this point in the game, you're going to want every stroke you can get. He's going to want that back. I know he wants that back.
Course maintenance. Your job never finishes.
Nope. Always on the clock.
So everybody's going to star par that one.
Yep,
As
we got a
we
little
move-
barbecue going.
And move on to hole 15. It's a par 4, 459 feet. This is a super challenging hole, I have to say, Regis.
Yes, the layout of this, the original tee pad used to be on the road, and we moved it up to give the walkers more access to the path, and it's just less conflict, and it presents more of a challenge now. And I honestly think this may be a par 4.5. It's that difficult.
Oh boy. And Josh.
Ooh,
Yes.
we're turning sideways.
Wow. Yeah, we have to tip sometimes. When we tip, that's the way the disc goes, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Regis.
That'll do.
That is a beautiful shot. Almost got
Thank
the
you.
catch cam.
Hope it doesn't go too deep. Libby's gonna pipe one down the center too.
Oh no. Okay, good tree kick. Yes.
Can we go 4 for 4? We got it.
Oh no, no. Cody is going to actually hit a tree.
No.
You know, he was in this exact same spot last year, and I have complete confidence in him. I know it looks like jail right now. Yep.
How did he
Played
get out
out.
of that again?
I don't know, but he was in the exact same position last year, and somehow he found the out. I know that's a
Willed
place that
himself
catches
out.
it catches a lot of discs back there.
Uh-oh.
Pin high,
Libby might
maybe.
be all right there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be about pin high, but long. Oh, Josh catching that tree.
Hmm. This, I just wanted to just get close enough. And I just pushed it a little bit wide.
No, I think I've seen you make those types of putts before, so.
Oh, Cody.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you were good.
Cody's in a similar spot.
Josh, this is for Birdie. And
Ooh.
there
Okay.
we go. Okay. Should have a par if he's able to make that putt then. Libby pitching out and up.
Okay.
The depth perception on this hole really challenges you.
Yeah, it is on a hill, so it can roll left and roll away. Oh, just settle.
Yeah. I knew it right out of the hand.
Putting into the sun also. We're late in the day for this round.
Yeah, Cody.
Beautiful putt there
you
for
go,
par
Cody.
for Cody. Libby as well.
It really is.
And this is for par for Gibby.
Yeah, Josh.
And you know, I thought that we played this hole extremely well for how hot it was, the humidity and difficulty of the hole. Coming out of there with par, you don't feel so bad.
And hole 16 is a par 4. It is 526 feet. Plays out across this field. Obviously, it'll be on the left-hand side road. And the basket is to the left over here, the yellow basket. Kind of near the road, but also there's a bunch of trees in your way.
As always, huh?
Yeah. Josh playing a beautiful line here. That is getting out there. I'll settle.
Beautiful.
That's what I want to be on that left side.
He's going to be good. He's going to be sitting in a good position there.
He's putting himself in a really good position to grab that birdie. Oh, Regis, that's a great shot too. That's going to come down into the field. Not too far from Josh.
Here comes Libby. He's trying that roller again.
Unfortunately, it rolled up the hill, it looked like this time.
Cody.
Cody once again playing the hill very nicely there. Possibly the furthest drive.
Mm-hmm. He played that shot very well. Here we go, up and over.
Yeah, that's Libby's shot, and
It did not come
unfortunately,
down.
he's going to go OB there. Yeah,
Mm.
very
I
unfortunate.
think you're right under the basket. You're right on top of the basket.
This is what I was talking about, these risk-reward shots. If you know, like Libby did, if you push the envelope too hard, you're not going to get rewarded at all.
Oh, no. And Gibby, oh no, catching a
Ooh.
tree. It's just going to make it hard for him to get up from there, honestly. There's going to be a bunch of trees in his way.
Cody.
Cody following suit.
See what Josh has here.
I think, yeah, he okay, good. Very good. So he'll have a par if he makes that putt. Cody going for a tough one here.
Ooh, sit.
Settle.
Stop. Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Ooh.
Didn't go
Flirting
OB.
with danger.
Yeah. Libby from his OB spot.
Ooh.
Cody through the trees.
Tough one.
Yeah. Be a par for yourself. Bogey for Libby. This would be par for Josh. Yes. So, 2 more holes. The next hole, you definitely want to grab a birdie on because the last hole is probably the most challenging. Like you said on a previous video, maybe the most challenging in Pittsburgh. So,
Yes.
this next hole is big. Hole 17 is a par 3, 250 feet, and it's actually on the left-hand side here in the yellow basket.
Yes, these players, they just want to throw something towards the ground, just like a putter shot, and have it skip, and or have a soft hyzer just come right down towards the pin.
And that is looking nice. Oh, no. It's a little short, actually. Sorry, there was a depth perception issue there. I was a little shy. I think it hit a tree. Regis,
Or
maybe
early
a little
release.
bit of thing. Yeah. Libby going a little high there, I think. Yeah, a little long.
He might have been running that.
Cody piping one down there. And that is going to be a good skip. Skip left. He should have a putt.
Can we hit another one? No.
Unfortunately not. Josh, this will be, if he's able to make this, he'll take the lead. No. Oh, no. Stop.
You got that?
Whew. Well, he had a big decision to make there. Run that or lay up. He chose to run it.
It's not a favorable position for him. Oh, Libby catching the flag. And here's Josh from Circle's
he
Edge
save?
here. Save the par. Boy. So, that could spell disaster here for Josh. Cody.
Off the left
Just the
side
left.
chain.
Now he's upset about that.
Well, this is going to be a big save if this goes in.
All right.
Thanks, Regis. Thank you.
Thank goodness.
Libby for his par.
At first, I thought it might have bounced out of the bottom of the cage.
Unfortunately, this will be for bogey for Josh.
Mm.
So that's going to knock him down to 6 under, and it's going to come down to this last hole, guys. Can he tie Mike Rickard's score at 7 under to win the tournament?
Or can he press and possibly get an eagle?
That's true. Hole 9's a par 5, and it is 790 feet. Josh has the distance for it. As you play through this lane here, up over this hill, and the basket is actually on the left-hand side along this OB creek, which expands almost the entire length of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely one of the most challenging holes in Pittsburgh, and we're going to see how it plays. Regis up on the box. Whoa,
Sit.
settle.
Just a little low.
That's
Libby.
what I wanted. Flip.
Playing that flip. It's got to settle, sit down, sit down, sit down. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
OB.
Tough break, Libby. Tough break.
Cody. Oh, no. Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
just like the previous hole 9, going to end up on the right-hand side.
Mm.
And let's see if Josh can pipe this
Can he
one up
battle
there.
the nerves? Uh-oh.
Okay, good kick.
Fortunate kick.
Yeah.
Now, at this point in the round, I wonder what he's thinking. I mean, the nerves have to be there for him.
No, no. That's going right. You don't want that.
Ooh. Well, Brian, he still has a chance to get out of this.
That's true. Cody going for that roller, unfortunately, catching a tree. Settle. All right, Regis. I think you're okay there, Regis. Yeah, you're in the field.
Mm-hmm. Can Cody get out of this cleanly?
Come on. Don't do... Okay, good. Way
Okay.
short of the OB.
Good
That's
out.
good.
Yeah, it does come into play quicker than you think on that left-hand side.
Oh, no. Libby's going to go over to the right-hand side with Josh.
Yeah, but they are clear.
Yep, we're going big time here. Trying to reach the green. And I just
Stop.
clipped that right side. It sent me in the OB. Darn.
Josh pitching out, which is probably the smart play. I mean,
Mhm.
there's really no big shot that you're going to do. And let's see if Cody can do another crazy roller, right?
We'll see what he's got on store here.
Oh, Cody.
Oh,
Big
little
skip.
low, little
Skip.
skip.
I mean, yeah.
He should be safe there on top of that hill.
I wonder if he was playing a skip shot.
Get past it, Libby. And
Oh,
wow.
that's cracked.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That had some
Did that stay
power
in?
on it.
Is that
It
in?
did. Yeah.
Ooh.
Playing over the OB. So risky, but at this point, What the heck, you know?
Got to go for it.
And Gibby
Josh.
piping that down
There
there.
you go, Josh. Great shot.
All right.
That was a great shot. That was a great shot. He's going to be happy with that.
Gonna make that putt to tie for second place. And Regis, oh no, just OB
Couldn't hang on.
by like a hair. OB. Libby throwing out over the OB to
Ooh.
grab his bogey.
No.
That was a really interesting putt.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh looking at the
Great
Josh
OB,
he makes
grabbing
it.
his par, and then tying for second place.
Great playing by Josh. Unfortunate he couldn't keep the the share of the lead, but man, that was very exciting. And here we go. We got discrepancy going here.
Is this the line right here? He has to be over it.
Yeah, part of
I
the
think
discussion.
it was the
right.
yeah, it had to be OB the way that it was lying. Regis to finish us out. That's
And it always, it always just calms the nerves and feels a little better once you make a good putt to finish the tournament.
hey, and big shout out to Mike Rickard who shot 7 under. Hey, 2 years in a row, the record to beat is 7 under at this
7
tournament.
under is hard to beat.
Yeah. Bill Jantz getting a 6 under, Jay Gary 6 under, Josh 6 under. And as you can see, we had close behind that Mark Fedorenko, Neil Bishop at 5 under. And then Mark Prostopnik, Chris Dietzel, Hunter Robbins, and Cody Winget in there as well. Definitely a great time out there at 2 Mile Run Extension out in Brighton Township. Regis, is there anything you'd like to say or plug before we go?
Yeah, I want to give a huge thank you to Mr. Brian Dehart. And I mentioned earlier I wanted to touch base on the shed that he had got for the course maintenance. And that is just something huge to have in the community. I really am I don't have the words to even thank him for that. It's just it's an amazing achievement, an amazing accomplishment to have that happen. And it's definitely going to grow the community in Beaver County, I believe.
It's fantastic. It's really great to see the camaraderie and kind of the ability to work together with the parks and the city to make something like a disc golf event like this and a course happen. I'd love to see it. I love to see more of it around. And I do want to thank you, Regis, for joining us today for commentary.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And that's going to do it for us, guys. So until next time, keep banging those chains.
Banging those chains.